Hello everybody, this is Danny back from Deep South Homestead, doing my porch time, trying to make sure everything keeps going on. Give y'all a little bit of an update about what's going on. The doctors still have not done surgery on me. They ran more tests today, confirmed that I do have sludge and gallstones, and this stuff's going on inside my gallbladder, and it is my problem, but they won't do the surgery. To be frank and to be honest with you, I just didn't have insurance is what it is. And they've got me scheduled to go back Tuesday morning, which is in the morning, to talk to a general surgeon to see if I can come up with some sort of a solution to deal with this problem. I'm a little bit disheartened at the system. I used to believe in, we lived in a real good country, but to be perfectly honest with you, the reason I'm putting this out there is for other people that don't have insurance, to kind of give them a little bit of a heads up about what it's like to try to have a medical procedure done when you don't have insurance. Basically, every time I go in with massive problems, they're telling me that I've got to jump through the hoops first. No matter what kind of shape I'm in, the only way they would have took my gallbladder out, the doctor told me this morning, was if it was at the point of rupturing, and it looked like it was going to rupture and poison my system. Then he said they would have done an emergency surgery on me, but other than that, he said it's not life-threatening. You're not going to die today because of it, so you've got to jump through the hoops. You've got to leave, go home, take some medicine, go to a doctor's appointment, talk to a surgeon, get on the list, find out how far it is down the road to have the surgery. And that's just floored me as the way that our system has become in this country. It's not anything that that I'm really proud of being a part of. I'm gonna be honest with you. It actually, Wanda and I both today in the ER room, we both just got completely frustrated. We got angry. We almost had words with the doctor, and he had no bedside manners whatsoever. It was basically prototype. You got to follow the rules if you want anything done. So those of you out there that don't have insurance and you're trying to homestead, I want to give you a heads up what you're going to face if you go to a doctor. We even switched surgeons now and basically got the same answer. We even tried to get our files downloaded and get a CD burned of all my tests and everything, and go to another hospital, and actually one of the family members contacted another hospital, and it's basically not going to be any different if we go to another hospital. We asked, and the truth of the matter was they said that this is basically the rules across the whole United States. And so that's where I am. I don't have the surgery yet. I'm just having to live through this. And even with what's going on with me in living on a homestead, there's something that people need to understand about living on a homestead. Things on a homestead don't change. There's still animals that's got to be fed on a daily basis and watered. There's still chores that have got to be done. Like today, being Tuesday, is a day for planting. It's going to be raining here again Thursday. There's a video going to be coming out. I've got Wanda. She's been good enough to get on the tractor. She's never plowed anything in her life, but she got on the tractor. I showed her what to do and how to do it, and I filmed her actually plowing our Irish potatoes. So I was grateful for that, and that's one thing that you have to understand on a homestead, is that it's not just one person's job. If you leave everything up to one person, it just won't work. You've got to have companionship. You've got to be able to work together. And that's one thing that I can say that I appreciate about Wanda, is she stepped in. Today she has helped put out the fertilizer on some things that we've had to have done. Today we had to have corn planted. She jumped right in there with that, got that done. plowed the potatoes, stuff like that, fed all the animals. These are things that when you're on a homestead, that just because you get down, these animals still have to be taken care of. The crops still have to be taken care of because, let's face it, in our situation, that's our food source. If we don't get our stuff and our work done on the homestead as far as the crops are concerned, we lose. We don't have the food that we need to be able to put up this summer. So, you know, I can honestly say I woke up at, I think it was Sunday morning. I woke up 6 o'clock. One of my neighbors, my phone was ringing. One of my neighbors that y'all saw in one of my other videos, Daryl, was over at my house at 6 o'clock saying, "Brother, what do you need done?" You know, that's what homesteading is really all about. It's about community. Having someone in your community that when they find out something's wrong, they're not waiting for you to call them. They show up at your doorsteps and they go, "Hey, brother, what do you need done?" That, first of all, is biblical. It's godly. It is the right thing to do. I mean, my whole journey on this homesteading thing, I've got neighbors around me that every available moment that I have, I'm at their house asking them, what do they need? Can I give you something? Can I help you do something? You'll see in some of the videos where I go to my neighbors' houses and I help them. And in return, they help me, because that's what it's all about on a homestead, is finding yourself inside a community that you can work with and that will work with you. And you can all be neighbors and you can be homesteading neighbors, because sometimes you got to have somebody else. Daryl came over. He fed my pigs for me while I was in the hospital. He just fed up for us. He made sure everything on the homestead was where it's supposed to be at and was taken care of. And hey, I really appreciate that. Consider that wherever you live at. If you're a homesteader and you've got neighbors around you that are trying to do the same thing, or whether they're not even trying to do the same thing, maybe you can set the example for them and be the one to go in and ask, "Hey, do y'all need anything?" Or if you find out there's something going on in the family, tragedy of some sort, sicknesses, find out if you can help them. Spread what it is to be a true homesteader out to the public, because I'm telling you, homesteading is getting a bad name. If you watch what's going on in Oregon and all these places around in the West out there, homesteading is getting where it's getting a bad name. We're getting a bad rap in some of these areas, and we as homesteaders need to step up to the plate and take some responsibility and reach out there and help other people so that we can regain a good name for being a homesteader. So I'm not gonna take a lot of time up today because I really don't feel that good. But I want to say thank you to all of y'all that has offered up your prayers for me, because I mean that means the world to me. And those of you that have sent money through the funding, I can't see it. I don't know actually how it all goes about. All I know is at some point we're supposed to be able to draw some money out of this thing somehow or other. I'm not sure how all that works, but I want to tell you thank you. I mean, that's not why we're doing this, but thank you so much for those who actually send money. That helps Wanda and I tremendously. Just something simple like being able to buy gas to go back and forth to the doctor. I mean, that we was worried about that this morning, because these were several unplanned trips that we had to make. And we have such a small budget that was eating into our budget really, really bad. And luckily today, Wanda was able to carry some eggs to the hospital up there with her and get rid of enough eggs to pay for our gas, to go back and forth. So I want to say thank you to you people who step up to the plate and you help, with the bills and help meet some of the needs whenever they're there, because really, in a homesteading community, that's really what it's all about. I mean, in the Bible, the Lord, the guy asked the Lord, said, "Lord, who is my neighbor?" And basically the reply that the Lord gave him was, anybody you come in contact with. That's your neighbor. And I wish we'd look at it more like that. I wish we would really take the time to look at everybody we come in contact with as being really a neighbor for us or to us. And once again, I just want to say thank you to all y'all who, you know, who have helped us purchase some gas or whatever it is that we need to get back and forth to the doctor, and to help us kind of stay afloat through this thing. You know, God bless y'all. And for those of you that are offering up prayers, bombarding the throne of God, you know, I just want to tell you thank you so much for that. And I just want to, that's all I know to say is I'm humbled by it, and I just want to say thank you. This is Danny from Deep South Homestead.